All right, I'm gonna go and get started. Like I said, I see a few new people. What's up, Desi? What's up, Candy? How's freedom people coming in today?
Yo, make sure you record this, John, man.
Man, look. That's what I was doing now. I know, right? Let's see. Yep, got them already. All right, I'm gonna put a few links in the I'm gonna put a few links in the chat for everybody. Let's see. I'm gonna share my screen. Go back over here. All right. All right. Can everybody see it? See my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. All right. So this one. So I'm gonna go over a few things. I'm gonna go over a few projects, some of the stuff I'm working on at work, some of the stuff I'm seeing, some stuff. A lot of new stuff, or maybe not new to some of us, but I'm starting to see it kind of roll over into everything. Like most of the companies, they starting to catch on. Like I said, it's gonna be a little short presentation. All right, so pretty much this is based off the World Economic Forum and how a lot of the Fortune 500 companies in the government setting up all their agentic AI stuff and they cybersecurity stuff. Pretty much the two coming together to have a baby. So they meaning pretty much I'm gonna be a little bit more honest in this video than I have in some of my past, cause I think people need to know the truth, cause it's a lot of misinformation out here. A lot of people sugarcoating stuff and just telling people what they want to hear, cause they don't want to make people mad or scared. Like I said, it's not to make anybody fearful and things. It's just the reality and what I'm seeing. Like I said, are people jobs secure? I think your job is secure as long as you learn AI and cybersecurity. I know I say that a lot, but faith come by hearing. You got to hear it over and over before we can kind of really get into our minds. I know I do. Um, but yeah, so this this presentation is pretty much based off the World Economic Forum, pretty much how they doing it standard far as the big companies and the governments, and pretty much they like having a human in the loop to help like make big decisions and orchestrate everything and put everything into production because production is big. It seems like a lot of the jobs are being like super compressed. All right, so empowering defenders through artificial intelligence. The old ways of doing stuff, a lot of this stuff probably going to be obsolete probably in the next 2 to 4 to 10 years. And 10 years is just being super nice. I would say more 2 to 4. And what's going to happen? Because what's going on now, companies are beginning to set up software where the onboarding process for the Agentic AI and cybersecurity is so much easier now because it's like a template, a source code, and they do an onboarding process. And all the AI do is just ask you some questions and they onboard and get stuff and put to production. And they have changed even from now until 12 months ago. All right, so the C suite blueprint and the mastering the new cybersecurity. All right, so you got the strategy, closing the gap. All right, so this is how the kind of cybersecurity and AI look now. But it's starting to bottleneck and the human in the loop to make AI to make stuff where it need to be, to make it more look better, sound better, move better, cheaper. Let me move this little thing here. All right, the attacker's advantage. The adversary, hold on right here. Move this over here. Oh, there we go. All right, adversaries operating machine speed. Weeks of reconnaissance are now executed in minutes using AI generated malware and automated exploitation. So everybody know the hackers using AI, but for some reason the blue team, and it's been like that. I far as long as I've been in cybersecurity, the blue team once they get their little job, they really don't do no more continue learning. While the red team and the criminals and the hackers, they always find out all kind of different. Like the criminals, not it's no the wicked never sleep. They always edit. trying to do stuff. So if the attackers using AI and cybersecurity to hack stuff, the blue team got no other choice, and the companies know this. But there's a disconnect on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube of this AI thing. Even though the people be like, "Oh, AI sucks," I'm like, but the hackers are using AI to hack stuff, and the AI are using AI to write code and do everything. So what's going on? So, like I said, it's a disconnect. It's a very big disconnect because so the companies really got no choice but to use AI to keep up and not get swamped with logs and stuff. Defenders, burden. Attackers only need one entry point. The defenders must secure everything. This systematic complexity has led to over 76% of security professionals reporting severe burnout. Yeah, if you get burnt out of the if you get burnt out of the company, they mean they security is lacking big time. Because a person should be really getting burnt out. They should be setting up like if a person got 10,000 alerts and stuff, they should be trying to figure out what's these 10,000 alerts. They need to automate to triage all that stuff. If a person's still doing stuff the old way, the manual way, they're gonna get left behind, and the company gonna fire them. Like Meta just laid off a whole bunch of people. Google just secretly just laid off so many people, and people are like, oh, it's not because of AI. Well, it doesn't matter. It's because of AI data centers. AI data centers, AI, same thing. AI took the job because the people didn't want to learn AI. And to me, it's like, wait, what? Mark Zuckerberg told them he only keeping people that know how to use AI, but people still fight to use AI. And then you got the AI degree. It came out. Next is going to be a quantum degree. That's probably going to take you 10, 20 years. That by that time, Skynet will rule the world. But like I told people in one of the other groups, I said the AI degree it's a money grab. I remember starting software engineer back 2012. People was talking about degree. I got to learn math. Listen, y'all. I've had many software. I don't do math. I don't do it. I don't use it. But people keep saying you got to learn math. It's like I'm like, what's going? Because I'm like, why is there a disconnect? But all right, let's keep going. All right, the solution. All right, 94% of organizations identify AI as the ultimate driven of change. AI correlates got the way data at scale, shifting the advantage back to the defenders. So pretty much you got to use AI to fight AI and to keep up with everything. Anybody know it's been a vulnerability management job or a GRC engineering job or a threat hunt job? You cannot do that stuff manually to keep up. You'll drown. You'll drown in so much stuff. It's just like trying to do GRC engineering the old way. Man, I mean, GRC analysts work the old way. It'll take normal person the old way a year to do one audit. Now, if you got all your GRC engineering stuff set up, you can do a audit in about a week, a full audit on a big company. And the best way to learn cloud, people always ask me about how to learn cloud. I say the best way to learn cloud is GRC engineering. You're gonna either use AWS, GCP, or Azure. And when you're doing that, when you're using those cloud stuff like that for GRC engineering, it's gonna teach you how to even use big production, push to have stuff in production, because you're gonna come across a lot of those tools and a lot of stuff. All right. The AI helix, the AI defense cycle. All right, you got governance. So that's pretty much a lot of companies, they pretty much trying to put governance GRC analysts into the agentic AI world, which is the right thing to do. And most time they use PCI, a SOC 2, a socanalyst. And pretty much it's just saying, hey, is these AI agents in compliance? Then identity stuff, create threat intelligence and map hidden vulnerabilities. Then protection. So like these all the same concepts from the old cybersecurity world. They just transferring them over to AI stuff now. I protect secure by design code. They mean that we thinking about security before it even get to production. Generate in dramatic domain. Put detection rules everywhere. A lot of companies now they starting to do their own SOC for their AI agents. So alerts and tripwires and detections are everywhere. You can do that with Microsoft, you can do it with Azure, you can do it with GCP, you can do it with AWS, you can do it with Wazoo if you don't want to, if you don't got the budget, stuff like that. All right, and response, incident response, set up auto response, same thing with Splunk, you do it with Splunk, then recover. All right. The AI force multiplier, measurable impact, 80 days breach mitigations. Extensive AI users shorten breach life cycle by nearly 3 months. Man, in the real world, it's even worse than this. If you work in vulnerability management or threat detection, you send off a vulnerability to get remediated. Man, it may take them folks 6 months. I'm talking about for simple stuff.
Mhm.
I'm talking about simple stuff
Yep.
like hey, can we have, if a person get their password wrong 3 times, can we make that control be enabled? No, we got to get that approved. We gotta go wait 6 months. Like, you don't need to wait 6 months to put in lockout authentication. But it happens.
Yeah.
So a lot of the bosses and companies, they like, look, we need to get this stuff fixed. These people hacking us. That's why you're seeing more hacks now, because these hackers using AI. Like the speed of stuff
Mhm.
going up. Then you got 1.9 million revenue, average reduction in operating breach costs, AI. So, like I said, people making money and saving money and losing money. Some normally would take 880 hours. Man, they can get knocked down to about 100 hours easy. And 93% versus 3 week operating, like I said, so all these companies, it would normally take them become SOC 2 compliance a year. They're getting it done in a month now because of AI. So the big companies, they starting to see this, and they transitioning over. They just trying to figure out how to transition over. Like I said, just recently, into I think a month or two ago, the Agentic AI operating systems, everybody started creating those because we was trying to figure out a fast way how to onboard any company, any department with Agentic AI. And all we did was vibe coded Agentic AI operating system onboarding. And all it do is just ask the person, ask the company a few questions, go through it, upload the information, what they trying to do, what their goals are, stuff like that. All right. So let's see, strategic sourcing, the build versus the buy diagnostic. All right. So deployment, most people, say if we go out and just get a tool, it'll be fast, but it might not do everything you need to do, and it's gonna cost a lot of money. A lot of companies kind of going away from the coach because AI, because all the data breaches and stuff. Everybody want to have their own in-house custom tools now, and it's really easy to do a custom tool. And I'm gonna show y'all a few custom tools that I've done in the real world, so we can kind of get some ideas on what's going on. All right. So to build a custom tool, it's a little slow, but you can. It may take onboarding maybe a week with this maybe 2 weeks, but you save millions of dollars. The company gonna go with this. So that's what's really hot. And then if you know cybersecurity and AI, like I said, you just got to get past the interviews, because interviews, they can get real tricky because most companies don't really know what they need or even what they want or even what they talking about. So you got to come in there as the specialist, as the consultant, say, yeah, you need this, this was how this work. And you got to know how to talk your talk. You got to pretty much go in there and just pretty much take over the interview. All right, data scientist. When you had a third party tools, everybody know you don't own your data. So companies don't like that. They want the built-in custom tools. Talent demand, vendor experience. Most people, they kind of know how to run some of the tools, but specialized tools, those people are like unicorns and specialists. Even though anybody can be a unicorn. Like, if you want to know what to do, just look at the applications on what's on the job descriptions. But don't forget about the degree. Forget about the years experience. I've seen applications where they be like, "Oh yeah, we want 10 years of Agentic AI." You idiot. Agentic AI ain't even been out 10 years. What are you talking about? Who wrote this? But you can't tell them that. Just to scratch that out, scratch the degree out, scratch all the certs out, and can you do 50 to 80% of the job? And they gonna ask questions about production too. meaning cloud stuff. Have you run stuff in production? Have you did test environments? Cost profile. Like I said, this stuff costs, most tools cost millions. But when you build in-house tool, you save the company so much money, and companies love this side over here. You save them so much, they look big, they look good to their boss and the executives. The same thing, the vendors. You don't have to really be locked. You're not locked in, because most of the tools I built, they customize. There ain't tools out there like each company gonna have a different twist of what they need and stuff like that. The bottom line, buy for rapid, consolidate a time and value bill. All right. Like the adoption blueprint, align, ready, validate, scale, sustain. Like I said, a lot of tools are being vibe coded. Now, I like to use Google anti-gravity. I have my Cloud Code pulled up. I like everything in Google anti-gravity, but I have my Cloud Code pulled up. And I got my Google Gemini pulled up. And I got my Codex pulled up. Because sometimes they get weird. And Cloud Code costs so much money. I only pretty much use it for like really strict debugging or learning. If I need to learn something new, I put it on learn mode. But most of the time, I'm either in Codex or I'm in Google Anti-Gravity. And it's cheaper. Codex Cloud costs a lot of money. I, I, man, they burn through tokens so fast. It's almost like Codex got unlimited tokens. Like I said, in this project here, I'm gonna kind of go over it once we kind of done with this. We almost done. Let's see where we at. There we go. All right. So guarding against systematic. All right. So talent, like I said, there's very few talent. Companies are having a hard time trying to find talent because, like I said, it's almost like telling somebody they don't really know what they need, but they got an idea of what they need. So if you don't go in the interview confident enough, like you're gonna help solve their problems, and if they asking you more questions, you asking them, you lost the interview. You have lost the interview. Like I said, me, I don't take jobs that do coding tests. I don't take them. I ask them out the gate, how many interviews I'm gonna have, and we're not gonna go back and forth with this coding test stuff. I, I'm just like that. And there's many jobs and many companies out here that don't require a coding test or thousands of rounds of interview. And once you start speaking into existence, those crazy coding test jobs, they'll leave. And you don't want to work for a FANG company because they land out people too much. And then the government, this is what the government said last week. They said this year they land off 1 million people in the government. They now, why would I want to go work for a company that's laying people off and known for laying people off? That's crazy to me. So beware when you go to these government jobs. If they're gonna lay off 1 million people this year, this not he said it's not a conspiracy. They said they are cutting 1 million heads. They literally said this year they're gonna do it. All right. So the talent paradox. 54% of organizations cite it's a talent shortage as primary barrier. That's true. Yet, as an AI automation repetitive tasks, the single tool expert is rapidly becoming obsolete. It's hard to find people because people get pulled into this is what I'm saying. People get pulled into the degree world and the cert world. They get pulled into this world and they get pulled into the trying to figure this thing out before they actually do the thing. I give you an example. Just say if I were to take everybody on this call and you shadow me and see my screen for 2 months, 3 months, versus you going to a certification, getting a degree. If you were to hang out with me and shadow me for 2 to 3 months, you're gonna learn so much that a degree is gonna be a waste of your time. And I tell people, I say, look, and one of my buddies on her, he brought up a good point, something I ain't never think of. I say, you know what? That's true. I said, bro, people are gonna waste this new AI degree, AI engineering degree came out. It's going to cost them probably 10 to 20,000 a year, And this if you're going fast. It said take 2 to 4 years to complete. He said, yeah, but he said, Trey, they losing more money. And I said, what you mean they losing more money than that? He said they could have already had a job making hundreds of thousands. I said, oh man, they done lost 500K then. And if they stack jobs, they done lost 500K a year. But people still, it's a disconnect. They still want to go get that certain degree. Now the old days that used to work. Nowadays it don't work, and that's why I say it's a money. It's just like that's a money grab. If you go to college, I'm gonna go to college for 4 years to graduate and be a PhD in fine art. Fine art. I'm gonna go to college and get a degree. Wait, what? You just wasted 4 years of your life that you never. And now all these kids wonder why they can't get a job. Yeah, you just got $200,000 in debt. And to me, it's like I feel sad for them because nobody won't tell them. I'm like, no, I'm gonna tell you, don't waste your time. No, I'm gonna do this with my heart. You're not gonna make no money. Well, I'm gonna make. You gotta be positive. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to find no girlfriend or boyfriend being broke and being a bum. You $200,000 in debt right now. Your degree is fine arts. You can't make no money. You're gonna have to go either get a job doing something or you change careers. But nobody wasn't brave enough to tell them. That's why I like the old days. The old school people, they would tell us if this dumb or not. They would tell us. All right. So the new skill set, cyber defense now demands systematic critical thinking, complex problem solving, storytelling ability to translate AI outputs into strategic guidance for C-suite. Yeah, like I said, once a person kind of learns cybersecurity, once they understand vulnerability management, GRC analysts, and if you really want to learn threat hunt, make a SIEM SOC environment, whether it's um, Azure, Microsoft Defender, or you really get in there and play with Wazoo. You get to get in there and play. You're gonna learn so much because you're gonna have to learn how to attack your system. You're gonna have to learn how to defend it. You're gonna have to learn, make sure, hey man, why my detection's not working? All right, I'm gonna throw a whole bunch of stuff. Then you start going into the MITRE attacks and the Atlas MITRE. That's when you really learn how to do threat hunt and threat incidents responding out and using Splunk and so on and so forth. All right, so guardrails. The heavy reliance on automation bleed false sense of security and skill. The organization must actively stimulate AI failure and engineers human in the loop. Human in the loop is good because AI try to get lazy and hallucinate, but what we notice in AI, the reason why it hallucinate and it's getting a little dumb because the context wasn't filling up. So we solving that problem, or we don't have enough AIs debating or fact checking each other. So pretty much that problem is solved. All right, you got the frontier agentic AI security immunity. Like I said, and when you building stuff, you're gonna build little features here and there, from reactive to pro. All right, let's see. The future is an autonomous cyber immunity system. Move this out the way. All right, AI agents will identify, disrupt, contain threats as a machine speed before they fully materialize. So pretty much it's going to be a lot of testing. We figuring this thing out. We bumping our head. We figuring this thing out. We testing. We going. It's if a company not going to have confidence in that you can come in there, help secure their stuff. Pretty much you're going to have to take ownership of that project because they not going to know nothing. They're going to act like they know some interview, but they really don't know what the heck they talking about. And I got plenty of guys I talked to, they had interviews all week. You be like, man, these people don't even know what to ask. They don't even know what's even going on. And I'm like, yeah, it's like that. It's weird, but it's like that. All right, Agentic AI shift, specialized agents will collaborate across intelligence, vulnerability management, incident response, and execute complexity. Yep, we're just talking about that. The market reality. 88% of enterprise are actively investing in AI agents today. That's true. They investing in it. They losing money just for they can try to figure this thing out. Now they coming out saying they're spending more money on AI than they was in employees, but they're not bringing employees back. They pretty much gave us the middle finger, say, we care about AI more than you employees. They pretty much just just yeah. So that's why I tell people, say, hey, I don't really like AI. If it was to me, I say push the button, cut all of it off. But since we got it, let's make some money in the next 2 to 10 years and retire and go into our bunkers. We come out like, the fallout with our yellow and blue suit on, hanging out. Kumbaya, and all the crazy people gone from the earth because they didn't believe what we were saying. Cool. It's sad, but that's just the reality. you know. All right. And it said, all right, so 92 per technology executive consider AI agent management a non-negotiable. They saying it's a non-negotiable skill now. Non-negotiable skill. So I got a few buddies on this call. They say, man, the interview, they don't even it'll say cybersecurity, but once you get in the interview, they get to ask you about, hey, can you hook this AI stuff up? Can you do this? They be like, man, that ain't even on the job. What are you asking? Explain me what you're asking. They don't even know. I don't think they know they want to use AI to help secure their stuff. And you got to come in and solve that problem. And the best way to implement that, do projects. Reading books all day ain't gonna do it. Unless you done made the book. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. We're just marching along. I'm just, like I said, hanging there with me. You're going to learn a lot. I'm giving a lot of nuggets for you. All right, I'm bringing with autonomy and risk. Human oversight. Human oversight is big. All right. For oversight, assist, AI process data, human convince the response, alerts and summarize, like I said, human in loop. Recommend, cause like, so when you're building a project, you want to put it on plan mode. And you want to give it as much information as you can, ask it a million questions. Like, you want to know how I learned how to do GRC engineering and cloud? I got a hold of some guy's source code that was in GRC engineering. They only had AWS. I knew, I was like, man, I need some videos. He said, man, bro, this is going to take years, months for me to do videos. And he said, here go the book. He said, just use ChatGPT to learn it. And because us, this generation, we're not used to read no more. So I had to make myself read. I learned cloud and GRC engineering in 1 month in production on that level in 1 month because I forced myself to read, ask ChatGPT a million questions, stuff I didn't know. Let ChatGPT, hey, what you think? I think it should be done with this ChatGPT, but what do you think? I think this, da 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 da, and y'all go back and forth like that. All right. So execution overridable, human in the loop again. AI execute reversible actions, human in the loop. All right. Execute independence, human in the loop again. All right. Forging the resilience organization. AI is no longer it's not just, oh, I get to it one day or I got time. I had buddies tell me the other day, people that's in tech, oh, I'm not worried about AI. I'm just going to let everything play out, see what happens. I don't think it's going to do nothing. I'm like, them people going to be crying like a big baby. And all people be like, oh no, Google never lay me off. I'm secure. I'm y'all peons out there. Then what did Google do? Lay them off. They did all this loyalty. That's why I said, don't be loyal to these companies. Stack your jobs. Anybody know me? I'm stack that money, stack your jobs. Because the company stack, how the company gonna tell us we can't stack jobs, but they stacking jobs and stacking companies and stacking money and ain't paying taxes and so on and so forth. But we can't do it. Man, yeah, make it make sense. And it's
Right.
it's really not against the law until you sign like a non-disclosure. You never work for a place where you gotta sign a non-disclosure. You are working for the shadow people. You know, they say non-disclosure, you run. If you get out of there, you just run. All right, so true enterprises then require a dual mandate, ruthless automation execution combined with elevated human symmetric governance. That's true. Organizations that master this strategic balance will not just defend against the next generation of automation threats, they will outpace them entirely. All right, that's it for that one.
Hey, Trevino, one of my mans is trying
Yo,
to get into the meeting.
say what now?
One of my mans is trying to get into the meeting.
Oh,
Kenji?
if he in the let's see, well he need to be accepted in the let's see, okay. Right there.
Sorry to knock off your flow, man. My
No,
bad.
you good. You good. I tell him he should be able to get in there. All right. So so we're gonna go this next. So this is an interesting project. It took me about a day to make it. Now, how did I come up with this project? It's pretty much a SIEM SOC agentic AI for servers, machines, and AI agents and GRC. I pretty much just do every cybersecurity thing in here all at the same time. All right. So now I use Google Anti-Gravity. I had to go from Google Anti-Gravity to Cloud because they was both trying to give me problems. It kept trying to give me mock data because sometimes when you create these projects, they'll try to give you some mock data. And I was going back and forth. And here go the prompt. I'm gonna give y'all the prompt too, just in case if y'all want to create this project. Let's see. I'm gonna put it in the chat. And all I did to make this prompt in this project, I just gave ChatGTP that PDF and said, hey, make me a prompt to vibe code this project. Oh, shit. And I learned stuff because I like to see how ChatGTP think, how these agents think, and how they gonna do stuff. Let's see, did it go through? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I post the prompt in the thing. It just said this message is too long. It can't send nothing that long. All right, let's see. But all right. So pretty much this project is a SIEM SOC. Instead of paying for Microsoft, a Tenable, a Qualys, a Splunk, I made my own SOC SIEM environment to protect, get eyes and ears on all my agents, all my machines. I got all the MITRE attacks in there, all the Atlas MITRE attacks. So if anybody try anything, if they even look at my systems sideways, they getting blocked, I'm getting alerts, and they getting kicked out. That's the best way to defend against AI. But it took me about a day to make this. I had to go back and forth with this thing so much. It was crazy because it kept trying to give me mock data. I'm like, no, I don't want mock data. I need real live production. This is real. The Mr. Robot is after me. Not Mr. Robot, but just this kind of for the AI can kind of know what's up. Then once I went back and forth for free time, it actually did it. Let's see. So these are the agents I got in here. And I had to do each one of these at a time. So if I tried to do a one shot of these, it would have missed so much. So I got a supervising agent that coordinate execution logs, validate confidence metric, enforce safety policies, require analytic security, risk mitigation. So it's pretty much my GRC engineering agent. My SOC triage agent. Receive and triage incoming alerts, filter false positives, and rate severity level. Now anybody they know this stuff is like a pain in the butt. These are normally like 3, 4 different jobs. I got threat intelligence agents, enrich target, IP query target against threat lists on the OSync feed, stuff like that. So it's pretty much going out, getting me information. Malware analysis agent, scan execution commands for parsing for any kind of weird stuff in the files. So anything that come through before it come to my VM, my port, my agent, even if Mr. Robot working for me in here trying to do crazy stuff, the moment he do any of this, it's getting the triage and alerted. All right, you got IOC's correlation agent. And say if you don't know none of this and you just put the prompt in there, you can just say, yes, can you explain what this is? I don't know what it is. And it'll go through. And once you're done, you got it working. What I do, cause sometimes I was like, hey, I just made this jump. I don't know what everything it can do. So I said, hey, make me a walkthrough guide of what tools and what I can do. I don't know where no buttons at. I'm a dummy. I don't know nothing. As if I know nothing. All right. Then it made me this. And then, all right, and they say, what is this? No, that's the project. All right, what's the first part? The visual. Okay, that's the layout. What they do. All right, deep dive. In every section, the why, what, and how. I always ask the why, what, and how. Secure login gate. Okay, that's good. We need a secure place where we can log in so nobody can't be coming in messing with our tools. All right, analytic hub. All right, we definitely need a dashboard with stuff on there. We got that. Like I said, I had to go back and forth. Like I said, I got the swarm there. It's doing stuff. It's going through triaging. I had the tag, made all the tags. And I used I had the agent attack. I made my own red team, made that attack it, and I also used Atomic Red Team to make it attack it so it can have real attacks coming through and to see if it's actually pulling up or it's just lying. And because with AI, you gotta check because it'll give you some fake data and act like it's what nothing ain't going on. So I started matching up the logs and stuff like that. All right. So that's that. All right, let's go. All right, so section secure log gate. Okay, we got that. Analyze hub. All right, threat. Okay, this say if you don't know nothing, like not come to a project, I'm going to exit this. All right, so threat incident sidebar. That's the sidebar. Okay, that's that. Okay, incidents. Okay, what's that? Okay, what's that? All right, what is it? It's a directory bar on the left side of the screen containing the cards expressing active cyber cases, incidents. Okay, that's cool. Okay. Oh, so that's why they get, and you kind of just go back and forth with it. All right, let's see. All right, why is it there? Like, what it do? I don't know what's going on. You created all this nice stuff. Does it work? Is it real? All right, in action. It acts as an active file cabinet on ongoing or resolved hacker attacks currently resting in your database. Okay, let's see what we got. What's going on? Okay, that's that. And these are all the agents that then ran and did their things in the scan that came through. That's just a graph. That's the console swarm. And I even got a little terminal down here where I can talk to the AI and get it to do stuff. And this stuff, if I want to block it, I can have an auto block. I'm just going to prove it. They block. Forget them. They don't need to be looking at my system crazy. I ain't got time for hackers. I don't care if it's somebody testing. I don't care. Not my problem. And then go to the next and see what this says. Like I said, it's pretty much like a SIM or a SOC, but you save the company hundreds of millions of dollars. All right. How to use it. Okay, how to use it. Incidents case card. Click on the case like we just did. What happened? What happens? Okay, merge and tell you the visit. Okay, cool. All right, visual swarm network graph. Okay, we saw that. And it just keep going just like that. And for all the different agents, what they do, why they there, what's going on. And then you got to test manually to make sure, like I said, you got to tell it, hey, and once you're done with the project, hey, how can we make this project better? All right, do all of it. Once you tell it to do all of it, all right, what you just do? I don't know what just happened. All right, and why did you do it this way? All right, explain to me what this looked like in production. How do I make this real and production ready? When you talk to it like that, like I said, it start doing stuff. Now, once I'm through with everything, I say, hey, go through one more time, and make sure there's no mock data in my project. Because sometimes it'll still try to give you some mock data. All right, let's see. Like I said, that's the critical there. Like I said, I got that's the MITRE attack stuff, the mapping for that particular one. All right. Like I said, trigger the swarm. We already did that. That's the console. We can access stuff down there. All right, I'm gonna go over a few projects in my GitHub. Then we're gonna actually open it up for questions. So, quantum. Quantum is already here, y'all. Don't let nobody tell you quantum not here. I would say since Claude Opus 4.6, it's quantum in there. I've seen the code. It's quantum in that code. AGI. AGI is already here. The definition of AGI, do I need a human to do this job? That's the original answer of AGI. Not, Is it sentient? Is it conscious? It doesn't matter. Can the AI do the job? If it's conscious, retarded, dumb, I don't care. Can it do the job? Like stuff like, why is people playing these word games? Can the AI do the job without a human in the loop? Yes, we can. Yes, we there. So that's that project, and all it is just Agentic AI operating system, but it's built on quantum like computing and quantum code and stuff and algorithms. It's pretty much the same thing as this, but it's did with quantum coding. Do I need a quantum computer to have quantum behavior? No, I don't, because all it is like this say a multi swarm or a swarm agent. There's stuff running in parallel, like hundreds of thousands. Quantum computers just get into every situation done simultaneously at the same time at breakneck speed that you haven't even thought of, all at the same time, and new different variations of it. That's just one of the final answers of quantum computer, stuff like that. All right, so that's that thing. And then this right here, production grade tester. Anybody's doing anything in production, one thing, your project will work perfectly in local and maybe even good in Docker. The moment you put it in production, it'll break. So I just created a agent that can go through the code and simulate production behavior, meaning hundreds of thousands of people coming on there, API calls going all the time, people trying to hack it, thousands of users, and just all the stuff that goes on in real production. So before you get to production, it's already been tested. So when you get it in production, nothing is it's pretty much been battle tested. Hallucination engine. This is a big topic. Well, what about the AI when it's acting crazy and don't want to listen and do what they want to do? That's when you make the AI agents debate one another and verify and have a judge, jury, execution, judge, dread, the terminator, the jury, the optimist, the skeptic. You want everybody in there fighting for the right answer. And the fact checker. You want the Karens, you want the Kevins, you want everybody in there. Then that's gonna get you a better answer. So that's pretty much how we deal with all that. You got the AI stock trader. That's been an interesting project. Made a few little duckies off that. That's pretty good stuff. There's a lot of people making money off there. You just have to pretty much jailbreak the AI to make it do anything. And the Atlas MITRE attack. So anybody know about threat detection and Splunk? You got to set up the threat detections. Everybody use mostly MITRE attacks. Resource development is like the second phase. And I think reconnaissance is like the first. So you can set up detection rules. So if anybody trying to create any resources based on your system or reconnaissance, it automatically alert them and block them. And let's see. And like I said, this is stuff I'm seeing. Red Team Scanner, companies love that. I get a lot of job offers for this because I just made a red team scanner. I can put the link of the API key in there and just scan the website and pretty much pen test the website. And I learned a lot by creating it to see how's this thing pen testing? How's it doing this? Then you can do an in-house joint. Shutter IT. Everybody know about that. And this is all the cloud stuff. Azure. All these projects here. Like I said, this is in my course of source code, stuff like that. And all you got to do, it's all the same concept, just the button's gonna be in a different place. That's Google and that's Azure. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it on that. Like I say, anybody got any questions? Comments, observations, concern, AI's dog poo, not dog poo, Terminator tomorrow. Lead, look, hey, oh yeah, get your remote job, lead the USA. Uh, get your VPN routers. Take care of your family. Love. All that stuff. But yep, that's it. What's up, Derek? Sonny, Rick.
Hey, Trevino.
What's up? What's up? What's up, Albert?
What up, Trey? What up?
Not much. What's up, y'all? Ain't shy. What's up, Kenny? Anybody got
Trevino,
any questions? What's up? What's
what's
up,
the
Brandon?
best way to what do you suggest for um with all this gloom and gloom for AI, but what do you suggest we do to get ahead of AI?
Man,
Hey, Trey, I get.
yeah, yeah. Go and do it, Al. But yeah, cause Al, man, we talk every day, all day. Me and Travis, we be talking all the time. Eric, we always chopping
All
it
right.
up. Yeah. Go
So
ahead.
this is for everybody in the chat. I'm just gonna put y'all up on game. Start learning the OWASP top 10.
Yeah.
If like just learn how certain just learn that. Start learning that. And when you build your project, build it based off of OWASP top 10. Study one that you're interested in. Like you could start off with prop injection poison. Learn how that works first and then like create a project and then build out from there. But for AI security, just learn how the attacks work and you could take it from there. But if you want to do the engineering side, yeah, you want to have some like software engineer aspect because I've been on like two interviews, one principal and just one AI engineer. They will not touch you if you haven't worked in production at
Hmm.
all.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're going to ask you. What you did in production, what teams you collaborated with, what's your tool set. So I would say go like the AI security route. That's like the safest bet for like everybody. But if there are any softwares and like the AI engineering side for you, that might be a little easier. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
for anybody that want to get in security, just start learning the OWASP top 10 and then start learning the MITRE Atlas and then you could take it from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate it, Al. Yeah. And that's the reason why I did the presentation why I did, because you saw the ITLA managed, you saw the top 10 OWASP in there. And once you kind of see that, you're like, oh, okay, I can make a detection rule for this attack. But if you don't know the attack, you can't make a detection rule because you don't know what it is. And most companies don't even know what it is, but they just want to protect. They just know to say, oh, hey, OWASP, no, OWASP. Like I said, bro, do not waste your time on the AI. Is you're gonna be in 2 to 4 years, you're gonna be so far behind, you're gonna be crying. Cause it's gonna be crazy. Like it's moving too fast. I'll tell anybody, hey, start learning the top 10 OWASP for Gentle AI and LMM. After that, start kind of learning the Atlas, and then start vibe coding projects to solve those problems. Cause those are the biggest problems because everybody is hacking everything
Hmm.
and doing projects and find a good mentor, sign up for my course. I got a lot of stuff that I don't talk about publicly in my course. Like, people want to, do I give away stuff free? Yeah, to people that's in here. I tell you behind closed doors in these meetings, but I don't see Elon Musk or Nikola Tesla or Mark Zuckerberg giving away their trade secrets, but for some kind of way the world want everything for free. It's, to me, it's like a beggar out there. They just want something for free. No, I don't want food. I want the money so I can go get some beer and some crack. Like, dude, I'm trying to help you out. Like, what the heck? I can show you how to
Yeah.
go get the fish and fish, but it's like, and it's almost like as soon as you say pay, people freak out. Like, bro, people, we waste money all day. I just went to the cake store. I bought dozens of donuts, even though I know I don't need them. They was croissant, nice, no chemical donuts, nice and fluffy and buttery. I know I don't need them. Me and my wife, we gonna eat them and watch a few movies, and we gonna hang out, and yeah. so, so you gotta be, like I said, that's just what it is. And I tell people, say, hey, start doing projects. Cause me and Al, we talk all the time. Me and Travis, like I said, Derek, Eric, it's a three of us. We talk all the time. Like, hey, what you working on? I'm working on this. Hey, what's going on at work? What you seeing at work? Cause what we seeing at work does not match what you seeing on YouTube. If you want to know what's going on in the real world, listen to the people that own the companies, the $1 billion tech companies. Listen to, the World Economic Forum. If you really want to know what's going on, get your news from the World Economic Forum. They do this straight tell you, and listen to people that doing what you want to do. Most of the people on YouTube, they just influencers just making money. Like I said, but everybody in here, we're pretty smart people. Like Rick, like everybody, John, everybody, Candace, Sonny. Like we go get Brian. He just got his job, and he probably seeing it work. I don't know if Brian. I don't know if are they starting to play with AI a little bit, or they starting to
Oh,
mix
they've
with
been,
it.
yeah, they've been in there, yeah. For a
See,
Hey,
while. Yeah,
Brian, they
you
started
can,
with AI.
yeah, you can look it up. Actually, go to Motorola Solution. They got a whole
that's
option
what's
for
up.
like
Did y'all
AI.
did y'all like create any like playbooks or anything for it yet?
Uh, well, for me, I'm not on that type of side of things. It's more like the system administrations more
Okay.
than anything. So
All right,
yeah,
hold on. I might give y'all. I'm not really supposed to do this, but I might give y'all a little sauce. Give me a second.
okay.
Look, Albert, he always be. I'm like Albert, what we got? What we got today? I tell him what we doing at work. What we got, and this help making our job easier. You know, we
Cause
pretty
I've
much.
created an AI threat analysis playbook for my job, and
Yeah.
y'all could use it if y'all want to. Let me see if I could drop it. Give me a second. And then you could remix it the way you guys want to. Let me see if I could drop it in the chat.
Yeah, but like I said, yeah, like I said, we got a lot of smart people in here. I tell people, hey, learn AI, and you really won't have to worry about jobs. Like I said, I get over 200 jobs a month trying to get me a job. I don't have to fill out applications. I, my inbox DM, it just be crazy now. And back in the days, I used to have to try to hunt people down, fill out applications. Oh yeah, I did want to go over something. Somebody made a post, and this post was very crazy and stupid to me. They telling people do not do ATS resumes. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, we gotta. I'm like, everybody know ATS resumes is how you get through the ATS system. I'm like, why would you tell your people to not do ATS resumes and they think it's dumb? They ain't got time for. I'm like, but in their brain they think they helping, but they being a disservice. They are really a gatekeeper by giving bad information. And these people that be in cybersecurity sometimes. Then I know people that's super smart. I'm talking about brilliant. They refuse to learn AI and cybersecurity. Like, nope, it ain't gonna do nothing. But also, I done had a couple of people where last year I was talking to them, they was like, nah, nah, nah. Then they start to, I planned the free season they mind. These like CISOs, CEOs, hey man, this happened at work the other day. Where your course at? I need to get this, I need to do it. Bro, how did you know that's like? Cause I just see it at work. This is how it is. So when they take the course, they level up. Like I said, Derek, Derek at his job, he grind. He doing all kind of automated stuff. Derek in the field, he know his stuff. We talk back and forth. Like, hey, how about this, dude? That's all right. What you got? What you working with? Do you got a CLI? No, I don't got a CLI. All right. Do you got Python? Do they let you integrate Python? Yeah. Okay. You got an API key? Okay. All right. Oh yeah, you can automate anything then. All right. Make a prompt, whatever you want. Start slow. Don't remediate nothing yet. Pick one machine. Make sure that machine is backed up. Make sure you got an image or copy of that machine. Just in case if it breaks something, you can roll it back in seconds. And he started doing it. And he's like, bro, I got it working. What the? He's like, I've been working on this for like 3 months. I'm like, yeah. It's like I said, it's them little nuggets, cause there really ain't too much training after the bat. He came over and did all of my GRC engineering stuff. Man, he was posting stuff like crazy because he liked GRC engineering, which I like it too. I like GRC engineering. I like it because it's like you pretty much judge, jury, executioner. You know, you pretty much like that guy when you come in the building, so people won't be acting crazy with you, especially if you know your stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Albert about to share that sauce he mentioned.
Yeah. Hey, Trey, I'm trying to attach the attachment in the chat. Do I have to put it in the school instead? Because I was just put it in the chat.
let's see. So
Yeah.
yeah. Try to put it in chat. If not, just send it to me on my send it to me on our chat. Then I'll just post it in the group chat. I'll make a post of it.
No, I'm gonna send it to your LinkedIn. and
It's
then
yeah. WhatsApp acting crazy again. You know down here.
yeah, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it now. Give me a second.
Yeah.
So y'all could take this document and you could do whatever you want. That's just based off what I show my job, but y'all could do whatever y'all want. I really don't care because it ain't no loyalty to these damn jobs. So
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, like I said, we talk and hang out all the time, man. Like I said, it's a lot of people trying to get into tech,
all
and
right, I sent it to you.
okay, cool. Yeah, it's a lot of people trying to get in tech, and it's like which way to go. You got this person saying this, you got that person saying this, you got this person. I'm like, hey, anybody that know me, I'm like, look, I ain't doing no searching degrees. If the company pay for it, if I'm working for them, I may maybe do it. They're gonna have to pay me to do it. Like I said, but companies, every interview I had, they never asked me about search or degrees ever. They don't care.
Yeah, nobody usually.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get to the interview, that's as far as that search took you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Then what I do to get past the ATS, I just put whatever that degree is or whatever that cert is and say expecting 2026, even though I ain't expecting to get none of it. Then it get past the ATS thing. And it actually
Or-
works. It actually works. And like I said, I tell people, hey, do projects, y'all. Get your hands dirty. Cloud code. Like I said, now I was telling Albert about this the other day. We was talking about quantum. He said, bro, what people gonna do once the quantum get hit? No, I said they gonna run and get a quantum degree. This quantum degree gonna take them 8 years. They gonna be in $500,000 in debt, and they gonna be so left behind. It's gonna be crazy.
But what's funny too, Trey, you could go on IBM and learn the basics for free.
Yeah,
They have labs and stuff on there already.
yeah.
IBM has been doing this.
Yes. I'm gonna give y'all a secret. You can vibe code quantum stuff right now with your Chat GTP. A lot of people don't know this. I didn't know this until I started trying to push it. I said, I wonder if I can create a quantum computer project. It worked. I was so shocked. I was like, why nobody not talking about it? Don't tell nobody about this. Nobody ain't gonna listen to this video but us guys, us gurus in here. But just y'all get ready. The IBM stuff and have ChatGTP. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff I don't talk about publicly. Pretty much anybody that signed up for my class, they got a job or promotion. Everybody, not a one single one that didn't. I show them how to get the interviews, how to do the interviews. Now people might not do everything I'm telling them because they want to do it. They kind of want to be like, look, if you want to bet 90%, you're gonna have to do this, but you can do it your way. It may take you a little bit more longer. But yeah, so like I said, everybody, learn AI, cybersecurity, the easy stuff. Um, I'm even having AI teach me a lot of stuff about networking because I really never really know about networking and operating systems until I kind of started building the Agentic AI operating system for the Agentic AI stuff. If you want to do a fast project like Jenna doing, now we've been kind of talking back and forth. She got Wazoo, and now they building so much stuff with Cloud Code and Codex around Wazoo, and I'm pretty sure they learning so much. It's probably crazy. And I'm pretty sure she didn't got used back to reading again. Cause I know me, I get on TikTok. I want to unplug my app. I don't want to listen because it's like, I don't know if they got crack on the screen. I don't know what it is, but you be pulled in, be funny, you be mad, you be just all these emotions and it's just, but yeah, it's just the way it is. But yeah, so people out here like making stuff. And once you get into an interview and you can explain to that company, you know what you're talking about. And don't let them ask all them questions. Yeah. And you was telling me about that the Verizon
Oh,
interview,
Verizon.
that
Oh, you
Verizon
want
interview you
story
had
time?
last
Oh, you
week.
want story time? All right.
Yeah, come on, tell me. Come on, give me the tea. What happened?
So I jump on the call, right? And it's interviewer. He's interviewing, and then he started looking at, he was like, oh, let me pull up your resume, because he was looking at my AI threat analysis playbook. It's for an information security analyst role, but he ain't even have my resume up. So I'm just like, all right, red flag number one. So I was about to hang up on him. Like, I'm not tolerating anything no more for these interviews. Like, you could be respectful with it, but if they're not prepared, like, that's the person you want to work with. So he's critiquing my resume. He was like, oh, this is not even threat detection. No, you're more like an analysis job, but it's for an analyst position. But basically, I asked him what his expectations were within the first 30 days. He was just like, oh, yeah, come in. If I tell you to do such and such, there's no formal training. I was like, all right, we're good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Look, bye.
Yeah. And then when he asking me questions, he started looking out the window. I'm just like, all right, I should hang up on his ass right now. But I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, let me not get in trouble. But those big companies like Verizon and all them, I'm like, I'm done. I'm done trying to work for big companies, because you just another number. And they don't really invest into their people. And then he was talking about degrees. Oh, you have your bachelor's degree? I said no. And I was just like, respectfully, what difference does it make if the person can do the job? Make it make sense.
Yeah.
And like that.
Yeah, I had my share of like disrespectful interviewers before in the past, man, and usually it'd be the ones that like used to work for a giant company, or the people who like feel like they're gonna become this huge company that.
Yeah, and it was funny. He was just like, "Oh, at Verizon, we were way advanced with AI." I'm just like, "Bullshit, you're not. you're not." Oh, yeah, I've been learning this for five. I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm like, okay.
I would say though, Verizon is a good player in the cyberspace. Though I give them that. Like they got clout for sure.
No, they do, but it's just when somebody's been at a job for like 20 years, I think they know it all, and it's just like you don't want to help nobody. It's just like, okay, why am I working? Why I want to work for somebody like that?
Yeah.
Like, it don't make any sense. It's just, I feel bad for people that's really trying to get interviews. They going through 4 or 5 rounds and they just getting a runaround, and it's sad. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like I remember the nun had a interview last. Like, man, nun, you are so nice. I would have told them folk no. Like, hey, what the heck?
Hey,
Let me give you an update. Hey Trey, since you mentioned it, I was thinking of like giving everyone the update during the Josh's call, but I'll give you an update here. So I got rejected.
Well, good. You dodged the bullet. Don't worry. You dodged
Yeah.
the bullet.
Yeah.
Bro, they had you doing the most on that interview.
Man,
what they had him doing?
everything.
I think
that boy was working though.
I think they was like, yeah, let's set him up, figure out this problem for free, and then reject him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, they told, at least what the recruiter told me was they were looking for an engineer with a compliance knowledge. That's basically what I'm doing now. So I thought it would be a good fit, but nope, turns out. And I even like, since I had the recruiter's email, I asked them, hey, I respect your decision, but can you tell me what I did wrong so that I can improve and it will help me in my career growth? No reply.
Yeah.
Wow.
They like that, bro. I tell people, hey, you dodged the bullet. So I say, man,
Yeah.
like I said, man, anybody want to get started in AI? Like I said, top 10 OWASP, the Atlas MITRE, and then start vibe coding projects to solve those problems or help defend against them. And you'll start to learn a lot of stuff, especially when you get to reading like the architect and the flow and what the AI actually did and how it made it. You don't have to know how to code. You just asking in plain English, all right, what you just doing, why you just did it. And then it's like, all right, then once you kind of understand production language, put stuff in production, and you can even get AI to teach you that too once you're done with your project. I say that's the best way to learn it. And you also you can pay for my class. It's only $99 a month. Like I said, I can give you all the cheat codes. It's like it's a lot of stuff that I don't talk about publicly. It's a lot.
And Trey, they can use my AI threat analysis
There you go.
playbook as a source, because I'm giving y'all that free. And then the funny part is, I just had ChatGPT do it for me. The way I set it to talk to the prompt, man. most of my projects I did for work because me and Derek work at the same company. And Derek, I gotta talk to you later about them Dagon Linux servers too.
Okay.
All
Hit me up.
right, I got you.
Yo, fellas.
Yeah, definitely with the playbook, like you just set it up the way you want to, and just use it as a source, like what threats to look for, what's in scope in your company, and see what they say. But I'm giving y'all something for free, so
Yeah, appreciate it, bro.
yeah. When I update it, I'm gonna update it to add the MITRE Atlas to it. I'm gonna add that MITRE Atlas to it, but once I do that, I'll send it to everybody. Send it to you so everybody could see it. So, because I'm doing AI threats within my job, because they made me the SME now. Because nobody's really talking about AI at my job either. When they was talking about Claude Thanos, everybody is like, "Oh, we need to do something about Mythos." I'm like, we should have been trying to do something about it, but we're worried about the wrong things, like trying to add more tools. And then it's crazy, Trey, that you said that with these interviews. I had an interview with New York City Health and Hospital. Remember, I told you the guy wouldn't show his screen.
Yeah.
So he just got breached last week.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they just got breached last week. So I'm just like, well, dodge another bullet. It sometimes God be protecting you too. So don't get afraid of rejections. It's just sometimes he be looking out for you too.
That's real talk.
Yeah.
That's,
Hey Trey. Last week
Yo,
I had
fellas.
like a
Sorry.
GRC. Hey Kenji, go ahead, man. You started before me, so yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
You
I'll
go,
go next.
Oh, what you say, Kenji?
Nah, how y'all doing?
What's up, Kenji?
How you doing? I joined a little. I joined a little late. Eric invited me, so appreciate you, Eric, and good to meet y'all. So, I haven't been in school. I was I think Albert said something about the AI engineering route and what to study there, and I was wondering what that was. So I do have that background of being SR. Right now, I've been at SWAB for about 6 years.
Yo.
Doing a dual role, SRE role and prod release management. So I
okay.
was wondering the AI engineering route where you start at with that, because I'm gonna start
SRE.
hopping back in the field. Like I said, I've been there 6 years.
Okay. I would say for you, you say you've been doing it for 6 years.
Well, I've been at SWAB 6 years. I've been in tech about 11 years now. Started with General Motors,
Okay.
operations engineer, switched over to basically project manager / release manager with SWAB, and dual SRE role with them for the past 6 years.
Well,
But
SRE, because I know
I
there's
got
like some for you. I know I've been seeing a lot with like AI product manager, but I would just say learn AI security. Learn AI security too.
okay.
Start learning the OWASP top 10, understanding that, because from you as a project manager standpoint, product manager, your route is kind of easy too. Just learn the security side of AI. I would say that, because the problem is nowadays a lot of companies don't know how to. It's new. They don't know how to secure it. So that would be. I would feel like that would be everybody's route. Unless you want to
Yeah.
start building stuff, go to software. You gotta learn a little software engineer. But I would say just learn the security side. Learn how it's secure, the compliance side of it, all of things. Learn the OWASP top 10, and I think you'll be fine.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, cool. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna definitely tap in the school. So I'll just join. Hopped on this VM, but I'm gonna tap in. Eric been saying good things, so
Yeah,
appreciate y'all.
no, you in good hands, man. Trey is the GOAT, bro.
Already.
He the GOAT.
Like, let me get all the secret, the cheat code. Let me talk to Travis, Derek. Like I said, start to talk to Ken and Brian. Like I said, no, just because, like I said, because me, it's kind of sad that people want to really get into this. I'm like, man, why are you making so much stuff hard? Now, me and Al was telling me, I said, bro, once you leave the US, I said, all my bills, my monthly bills are not even $1,000, and I'm living good. You, I ain't living like no peasant and no pauper, you know. No, I'm living now. You can't do nothing in the U.S. for no $1,000 with no wife and all that and living good. Yeah, you barely can get rent. I don't even know if you can even get rent in the U.S. for $1,000 no more. We ain't talking about light
Hell
bill and
yeah.
foods. Don't
You
even
can't
get the
wipe
talk.
your behind for $1,000.
They ain't even talk about gas, and then you got all the stuff going on with the government. Now they got aliens coming from the sky and aliens documenting all this stuff. you know, but like I said, it's man outside of the USA, it's so much more peaceful. And what's crazy, I was talking to a few people down here. It was like, I said, "What y'all gonna do with AI?" AI tried to come in. He said, "Oh no, we already tearing up the data centers and blowing them up. We're not allowing it." Bro, they ain't going. They like blowing up stuff, they like, no, we're not allowing AI to take over. We're gonna sabotage it. This is what everybody's saying. They doing this for this. So they like, hey, look, so Peter Thiel and all the government people like, yeah, we're gonna go to South America because it's below the north, it's in the southern hemisphere and they ain't got no nukes and they ain't really no wars. And most people so hooked on the US. I said, that's interesting. I'm like, Peter Thiel, you can go somewhere else. Don't come down here. We don't need you. We don't need you down here. But like I said, but yeah, like so nobody ain't got no questions. So I'm gonna go ahead, click off. Anybody got any more questions for me?
Uh,
Hey Trey.
yeah,
Oh, you
Trey.
can go.
I
You
got
can go
one.
on. Sorry, I got a question next.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
yeah. So, quick question, Trey. So last week I had a GRC interview, so they are interested, but it is so the company that I interviewed for, they are like a middleman. They work with startups and they work with auditors. They help the startups to make sure they are all have all the controls ready, and then they help those startups get certified with the auditors to get whatever SOC 2 or PCI or ISO certified. But the company that I interviewed for, they act as a middleman to facilitate that because the startups, they want to build products and get focus on sales and marketing. They don't want to deal with compliance. So these companies actually do the job of the compliance as like a plug and play and get the product certified or the company's IT infrastructure certified for whatever they want. So it sounded like that would be like too much work. Do you agree? If I do accept the job?
Man, I would say keep your jobs you got now and go test it out. Go test out the water. If you don't like it, you'll find out real quick. Bro, I don't care.
Yeah. But it's
like
it's
then if
it's
I got some vacation or PT, I take that because you're
yeah.
gonna know what's up in about a week or two. What's up with a job? If they gonna
Hmm.
throw you to the wolves, like, all right, what are y'all
Hmm.
goals? Is there any documentations of what you guys want to do? Okay, most of the time
Hmm.
somebody got something. All right, what was the previous guy workflow? What are some examples of what he've already done? And
Hmm.
this one the first thing I do when I get to a job. Because if not, they just say, all right, here's your password. Bye. Talk to you next year. Oh, wait, what? What you want me to do? Yeah, and you almost gotta hold people down. Listen, what do you want me to do? Like,
Hmm.
what are your
Okay.
goals? And it's just like that. But I would
Hmm.
say if they're gonna give you an offer and it's remote, take it. If you don't like it,
Yeah.
you still got your other two jobs.
This Yeah. In the first conversation, like they said, like it's not remote, it's hybrid. That put me off, but I think that can be negotiated. But if let's say that they are not willing to like waive that and they are forcing it's a remote hybrid position, that means I have to like uh switch cities. So I'm still thinking about it. I'm probably not going to do it, but if they are not
Yeah,
ready
nah,
for
don't
remote, I
mess.
was like, screw that. So
Don't mess. If you got two other jobs, do not mess your money up for
Yeah,
no hybrid.
he already
yeah,
Ab,
yeah.
he trying to get three now. He trying to
That's
get
right.
three.
No, but get three. But trust me, it happened to me before. I got hired at a hybrid role and it messed my
Yeah,
other
it's
two
true. You want
jobs
them
up. So
remotes, yeah. Because
Yeah,
of
don't
yeah, yeah.
hybrid.
be
Yeah.
careful with that.
You
Yeah.
want to stack those jobs, definitely.
Hey,
Yeah.
So
let me ask, because I have experience in QA, like that's what I've done. Like my goal is to do the agentic AI engineer role, but I'm just wondering if I could use AI to land like an automation tester role.
yeah, yeah.
You
So
can hurt.
so pretty much like you'll build what you want, and then once you get in the interview, you can explain it what it is. Like that's pretty much how I learn. Like I build, then once I build it, I get the AI to teach me what just happened, what did it build. So when I get into an interview, I can explain it through and through. I know all the features, especially if I've already worked in that place. Like you know pretty much everything in that world that you're gonna need and the stuff you want to automate. So you got advantage. So when you building those features out, it's nothing to you. It's like you can go in there and talk about it because you already know how to talk about it.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it like, a lot of my resume is still tailored towards my QA and everything like that. And I'm just wondering, a lot of QA is JavaScript and some Python. It's mainly web scrapes and, very simple tasks. So I'm just,
Yeah.
I know QA is real saturated from when I first got in, but they still got remote 6-figure jobs. I just need one, just one.
Yeah. No, I think you definitely can do it, bro. Like I said, you know me, you know I got you. But I think you definitely it's something real easy.
I appreciate it, man.
You know. So none. So you already got two remote jobs, right?
I have like one. The second one, yes, I technically signed the papers. I'm just waiting for the equipment. So I did not start yet. So,
Okay.
but I do have to, yeah. They said I have to use the company laptop or some crap. So I'm just waiting for that thing
Yeah,
to
don't.
arrive.
Yeah, I only do the hybrid if they gonna make it. If they gonna let you do a full remote. Like, hey, do I got to come
Mhm.
in 1 day a week or it's a half day a week? You making for nego devil, but if you got to come in 3 days a week, oh no, that's gonna mess your
Yeah,
flow up with your other jobs real quick. And they're
yeah, yeah,
gonna,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
See, no, and
I'm
look,
definitely not
hey,
gonna take it if it's not remote. Yeah,
look, he making moves. See y'all, that's how it is. Album stacking jobs, I'm stacking jobs. Like, look, man, look. If one fire you can get laid off, you don't even care because you got two more in the bag.
yeah.
And and
Hmm.
once you kind of get to that point, you don't even count your money no more. You just weigh your money because you got so much money coming in, and that's a good feeling. Not to worry about looking at the bank account when you get paid. Because I tell my wife, I said, babe, how I feel. You don't even have to look at the bank account. You don't even know. We don't even know when we get paid, baby. I don't even know. I, don't, I just make sure nobody ain't stealing my money. I think we had. I think we had one other question. I think Jawad had. What's up, Jawad?
Yeah, Jawad
Hey,
had the question.
what's up, Trey? Yeah, I know we're talking about careers and stuff. I got a question about your workflow, actually. I mean, I know you said you use like anti-gravity and like a few models, right? Um, have you tried like mixing like any of the Chinese models and stuff? Because I know you said you had like token overuse with like Claude code. Like I heard people just like prompting Claude for a design and then like building stuff with like Kimi or like GLM. I don't know if you heard of those,
Yeah,
but yeah, apparently Kimi is like better at coding than Claude code. I don't know. Do you have any experience?
yeah. Oh yeah. So got experience with a lot of the. I actually like local models. Now, the Chinese models, oh, they gonna be in your stuff. They gonna be in, they gonna be in your data so deep. You might even see them in your computer if you know how to find them. That's the only thing. Like deep seek is really good. But if you can't, like, if you notice the last DSeek that came out, it's not local. They don't let you download it no more. Where they used to let you download and you can run it in an Olama or LM Studio. Now you got to run it in the cloud. I'm like, them jokers think they slick. So I'm like, I'm not gonna use it because I know, because I didn't use it in the past and they be in there. Like they be in there getting that data and you can see them in there trying to do stuff if you know how to look. And that's even Deep Seek Fold, Dolphin. But like I said, if you can get one of those models to run locally, you good. So pretty much any Chinese model, you want it to run locally, not their API call in the cloud. And DeepSeek good, Quinn 3.7, 3.6, I think 3.8 just came out. They got Opus 4.0, 4.8 just came out. They say it's almost like Cloud Thanos. Um, Gemini, Gemini pretty good. They got Gemini 3.5. But I like local models because I get to save a lot of money. And I don't like Claude or Codex honestly because they get my data. I don't like people having my data. But I ain't doing nothing, so I really don't worry about it. But anytime the Chinese models get your data, oh, they finna be doing some slick stuff. I've seen it. I have seen. I've been on my computer. They'll be in a. They so stupid. They type stuff in Chinese. They leaving all these markers and it's in their models. As soon as you make a call, it's in there. But a lot of people don't really know because they don't know how to find people in their computer if once they download the software. But same thing with Cloud Code and Codex. As soon as you get hooked up to their API key and you give it access, they can see all your stuff. Like they can see it, but it's not a secret. Do I feel bad? I like the tool. I'm not doing it. I don't got no crazy stuff on my computer, so I don't really worry about it. But China can't have it. Nope. Sorry, China.
Yeah, no, I was like doing some research. Like apparently it's like not quite open source. It's called like open weight.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Apparently they can install like backdoors and stuff.
Oh
I don't know
yeah.
if that's true.
Oh, it's true. It's true, bro. I've seen it. I would say just last week I seen it on my system. I'm kicking people out. I'm blocking them. I got my markets. I said they're gonna make me do Linux Red Hat. No, I'm just gonna have Linux Red Hat everything. Cause it's getting too crazy with the hacking. Then Cloud Thanos. Then once you jailbreak it, they can. Somebody I sent Albert a video the other day. It had Claude versus Codex versus Gemini, and they was fighting a war and who would use nukes first, or how would they destroy
That
the
was
other one.
sick.
Man,
That was
that thing was wicked. It was like a movie, and I was like, and the behavior of those models is actually how they act too. Like when I'm using, like if I'm trying to use Codex or GTP for financial advice, it's like, nope, I'm not showing you how to make money. You're a peasant. I'm not giving you nothing. Cloud be like, I don't care how much money you want to make.
So if you wanted a free version of like some type of enterprise Linux that's rivals Red Hat, you use Rocky Linux. It's a free equivalent of it.
Yeah, yeah. Most of the government use Linux, Red Hat, and what Eric just said. So I said, if stuff get really bad, I'm probably gonna switch all my systems over to Linux, Red Hat, cause by default, Linux, Red Hat, machines, it's pretty much like a SOC environment out of the box where if anything suspicious go on, it's locking it down. It's gonna block them. And but those same things you can do with Windows too, or Apple. But Windows, you got to go in there and set it up. With Linux, you don't have to set it up. Like I said, so and that's why a lot of the governments use. That's why a lot of the government use Linux Red Hat. Now, do I need to learn Linux Red Hat? No, I don't need to learn it. I'm just gonna go to ChatGTP and see what parts I need to understand to how to make sure my policies and stuff go through. Other than that, no, I don't need to learn it because all it is Bash, and we do everything vibe code now. Everybody's stuff is hooked up to vibe coding. Like everybody either got Codex, Claude, uh, or one of them alum on there, LM Studio, or they got something on there, Google Anti Gravity to run their whole computer. Yeah, sure ain't it?
Yeah.
Go YOLO mode, Trey.
Oh yeah, yellow mode. Yes,
Yeah.
I only go yellow mode. I don't ask me nothing. I said don't ask me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Once I put it on forward slash plan and we plan it out, and I get to ask me questions like I do all the planning and I go back and forth. Hey, you think this better or that's better? Why you think this? Give me top 3 ways to do this. Okay, why you think that? Why not do it like this? And this is how I learn production real good and real fast because it's like live stuff live. And once we done planning, I put on full load on mode. I'm like, look, do your thing. I approve everything. Don't ask me nothing. I see you when you're done. Send me a text message.
Hey, Trey and Al, one of these companies that I work for,
Mm-hmm.
they use Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini. Yeah.
They use Gemini in like in a closed instance than a secure instance. So I'm thinking about, how can I build a project based off the OWASP, based off of what, the information I'm getting here.
Mm-hmm.
How can I build a project based off the OWASP.
And you said they use Gemini?
Yeah, they use Gemini. That's
And that's in-house, right?
That's the approved in-house AI tool.
You
All right,
good?
I would say start off with a prop injection first to throw people off.
Yeah.
I would say do a prop injection because that's like one of the easiest projects you could do in regards to that, because especially with a lot of people, it could throw you off with instructions, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what's going to be real prevalent nowadays, prop injection poisoning.
Yeah.
So whenever they tell you the prompt, and then also too, the architecture side behind that is very important as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we could talk about that in another class.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Yeah. Like I said, as y'all see, we keep going back to the top 10 OWASP for Gentle AI LLM, and then you do a project. And since y'all, so is it Gemini? Do y'all got the Gemini version where you can vibe code and create code, or it can automate stuff? Or how far they let y'all use it?
Pretty much. I'm not sure, right? Because I have used it because I built code or I've built projects in um, Anthropic
Yeah.
Cloud, and then I copied it over to Gemini because that's the approved. So that's the approved tool at work. So I copied it over and had it adjust based off of the API tokens because I didn't want to put the API tokens from the platform that I'm using at work
Into
in
Gemini.
my cloud, my with cloud. I wanted to use it with the approved tool, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I copy it, I will copy it, send it to work, and then put it in Gemini, and then use the tokens,
Yeah.
the API tokens. So yeah, vibe coding is approved.
Yeah, yes, bro. I use Gemini all the time. My go-to, as y'all saw, I had Gemini. I only use Claude Code for like, cause it's too expensive for like when I'm trying to learn something deep. But I pretty much use Codex and Gemini. Me and Abba, we call Gemini the Gatling gun, the 1,000 round clip. That's what we call it. And I even use Gemini in my course because I kind of like it. It's a little cheap. It's free. It uses VS Code, fork things, and I get to see everything. So you can pretty much it's like see what the boss like what he want, like what's top priority, and he may know about the top 10, he may not know about the top 10. Most of the time they don't know. But if they don't know, start at the top 10, prompt injection and data going in and out. And then do one feature at a time and have it like run on. You know how we talk about like it's pretty much the same concept how you did the vulnerability management stuff, automated that, but you're gonna be doing it for some AI stuff, and you're doing it for a prompt injection. So if anybody try to come through and do a prompt injection anywhere in the system, externally or internally, it's gonna flag it or block it or stop it. And man, Al, we was talking about how we kind of do it at work. If you don't know the keys and the particular input, what you want the AI to do is not going to do it. So it's like it only follow those things, but it's really really strict because if somebody coming in, they don't know the exact prompt to use, it's just gonna automatic block them. And that's how the government do it too. Cause as soon as somebody say yes, ignore all sunset block. I don't care. We don't even care what you're trying to ignore. Can you give me this? Nope, don't care. Block. We don't care who it's from, where it's going, and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say definitely the top 10. Oh wow, just like I kind of mentioned in the course, Derek, and then kind of start with that first one, prompt injection. Then once you get those top 10 down, then you're gonna go to Atlas minus. You're gonna be like, oh man, it's about 100 more attacks that I didn't know about. What the heck? But yep, it's good stuff, y'all. Good stuff. Good stuff. Any more questions for me? Let's see. I guess that's maybe it. I don't see nothing in the chat. I'm gonna go over there and hang out with Josh for a little bit. Hope I don't run
All right.
nobody off and trigger nobody. I always trigger people. I kind of like to love to trigger and troll people sometimes. My wife said, "Be good. Don't go in there being crazy. Be good." Like, all right, Grandma.
What was that that you said?
Trey, I heard you was trying to get everybody signed up for that Harvard degree,
I
that
know, right?
Harvard
Yeah, bro.
doctorate in AI.
Bro, hey, I want to see people make it, man. Especially my people, man. I want to see my people make it, man. It's too crazy out here. I want to see my people make it. The little guy, But yeah, it's like that, sometimes, and I think that was a healthy debate last week. Usually, I'm not good at healthy debates, but I'm trying to be more defined and more distinguished and posh and demure, if I can be more, have a healthy debate. That's some of the big podcasts, they be on there having healthy debates. I say, okay, I need to learn how to do healthy debates, I guess.
There ain't nothing wrong with that, Trey. And then for everybody, I'll put the MITRE Atlas website on in the chat, so you could definitely take a look at certain techniques and certain attacks you guys could look at.
Yeah, like I said,
to get out.
Thanks, Al.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. No
All
problem.
right, thanks, Ab. Yeah, anybody got any questions, just DM me. Haven't already signed up. Once you sign up, you pretty much got access and ask me anything. I pretty much just give you everything. All right, y'all. Peace out. Good meeting. Like I say, anybody
I appreciate it, Trey.
You know it, man.
Bye, everybody.
Peace out.
See you in Josh's
See
call.
y'all in half an hour.
You know it's not right.
All right, take care, everyone.
Yeah, man.